So let's now think about, now you've kind of maybe started to notice some things that may come up for you, how we can actually move out of that functional freeze in a way that is actually achievable for somebody with a very busy lifestyle. So we're going to look at actually reducing your pressure first. So I know that that sounds difficult and it's like, okay, duh, but like I've been trying to do that for 2 years. How do I actually do that? Right. We need to regulate before you get into problem solving mode. There's a video that I did on my reels a few weeks ago that actually has a diagram of your brain and what happens when you get into this functional freeze. So basically think about, you're on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being I'm my most regulated self, 10 being I am so dysregulated, my emotions are so heightened right now that there is no tool or technique that is going to help me because I'm at explosion point. If you get to a 7 out of 10 or more, there is literally no tool or technique that is going to be able to help you logically because your logical brain has switched off. You need to lean in to feel the feeling first, then bring in a regulation technique, then you can bring in a logical tool. If you think about the last time that you were at a 10 out of 10 in a big emotion and I turned around and said to you, do you think maybe we could bring in the let them theory? You know, someone's really irritating you, someone's done something that you're feeling extreme disappointment or frustration. Can we just let them? You know, just let's lean into Mel Robbins. What is your first response going to be? I know it's going to involve some swearing, and you're going to be telling me that this is not helpful right now and that it's not working. You need to lean into those feelings first, right? So we check in with ourselves. We say, what am I actually feeling first? The very first thing that you need to do is be aware and notice the feeling. That hopefully takes about 10 seconds. For the next 50 seconds, so this is 60 seconds, we are going to be doing breathing in and out through your nose. In for 4, out for 6. So you are aware of how you're feeling. You are also re-regulating your nervous system and activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest, which is your sign that you are safe and you are okay, by breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose for longer than your inhale. This is activating that parasympathetic nervous system. If you do that for 50 seconds after you have acknowledged your feeling that you are feeling, you are going to feel like you are then more able to take a breath, move through the next however long, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you have ahead of you, in a way that feels more present, not as reactive. And you are then ready to maybe bring in another tool if you've got some time and space, or move through the rest of your day if you don't. So you could also bring in, if you would like to, some somatic tools, some jumping, some shaking, swaying of the arms. What's some other somatic tools that you can bring in? EFT tapping is a fantastic nervous system regulation tool and a free way that you can do this. Download Insight Timer onto your phone. Simply search, their free version is amazing. Simply search EFT tapping, find one that comes up for you. I will leave a link for my favorite one. It is an EFT tapping for overwhelm. It does go for, I think, 18 minutes, but when I tell you I have an emotional release every single time I do this one, like last time I did it, I literally cried on my bed for about 5 minutes in the middle of it because I was able to connect to the big overwhelm and overstimulation feelings that I was feeling for that day and let them go. I went into that tapping session, which I did completely by myself, just with my AirPods in, and I felt like I couldn't breathe properly. I literally was thinking, I'm about to have a panic attack if I don't do something right now. I put my AirPods in. I told Aaron that I needed some space. I went into the bedroom. I closed the door. I laid down. Within 5 minutes of starting that tapping, I was crying. By the end of that 18 minutes, or however long it is, I felt so refreshed. I did not feel like I was about to have a panic attack. I wasn't even close to that. And I came out and I was re-regulated. I was ready to take on the rest of the afternoon. And the difference in my responses and my behavior within myself and for everybody else around me was completely different and completely changed. So these are the ways that re-regulating on a regular basis simply and effectively can change your whole experience of your day and can change everybody else's experience of you being around you as well, right? And of course we want that.